Marketing and selling is essential in your online business. And when you have the right strategies and mindset, you not only can make a lot of money, but you can change a lot of lives. Welcome to the Online Marketing Podcast, where we help course creators, membership owners, and coaches market and sell their offers.
We're your hosts, Paul and Melissa Pruitt. Let's dive in and get started.
Welcome to the Mastermind series, where you get to experience Paul and Melissa and their mastermind brainstorming and sharing different ideas on marketing and sales.
All right, so we're going to hop over to Deanna.
I have two really brief questions, if that's okay. The first one is, you've inspired me to create something like you're creating right here. I love the idea of a regular meeting space. Part of my membership, which is not officially up and running yet, but I really want to create community, and that's a big, big piece of it. So first thing is, I have a very small list. Should I just dive in there and just see, and maybe I get one or two people? Or should I wait until my list is a little longer? So that's my first question. And my second question is really quick. I'm starting a challenge for the first time to lead into the membership. What day of the week is best to start for a 5-day challenge?
Good questions.
So, any blue hands if you hit the participants? Kathy. Hey, Kathy.
Hello. So I want to address the list question because this was a thing that was stopping me for a really long time. And I am launching next week. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing like a workshop series, a week-long workshop series. Starting on Monday, the 28th, and then leading into a founding member launch. Mm-hmm. And I kept putting this off for a really long time because my list was really, really small. And a lot of times marketers, when they talk about really small lists, they're like, this person launched to a list of 300 and look how much, and I'm just like, bro, my list is 70 people. Like,
I've got
and so, but I like put out my invite, like doors are open, registration is open to my list of 70 people. And I like posted it on some social media places. And I already have almost 40 signups for the free event. And a lot of those are people that people that have found me organically from like other people sharing the offer. And so like, I'm about to double my list this week just from launching. So my thought is just do it. And especially since you're building with a challenge anyway. And so if you come to that from a place of service of like, I'm going to get to help my people do something. And then if they want to keep working with me, there's an opportunity for that. But if nothing else, I get to give value, and even that's going to grow your list.
Right.
So that's my take.
I love it.
Yay.
Love it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome. High five.
Yeah, that's great.
You go to Para?
To Para?
So my thought for you is absolutely the same. Mine wasn't a free challenge. I just launched. A 30-day launch for mine, start to finish, had 0 on my list. Started with nothing, started with a idea that I needed to pivot. And I taught in-person classes for the last 10 years and then went, So this kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't know what I was doing. So I just built a quick little website, made a free ebook, and got a few emails, but literally nothing. I had nothing. And I just went live. I went live, like a lot of lives within 30 days, and then just launched it for 4 days and got 18 members. It's not like I'm making a whole bunch of money, but it was kind of like, I did it. Right. And now I'm like, I'm missing so many things. I was like, I'm kind of glad that, scary enough as it is, that I did just do it, because I think I would have held off. I might have second guessed, because now I'm doing that. Now I'm like, I was supposed to launch this month. And now I'm worried, well, maybe I should wait. And then I'm like, no. It's going to happen. I think that with your list, and you have probably more than I do it anyway. So you really need to just go for it, because it's the more you wait, the more you hesitate.
Oh, yes. So true.
Thank you, Para.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. And then Dr. Corinne?
So mine was on the second question. I think you said what time to start.
Yes.
I would say perhaps not to start on a weekend.
Right. Very good point.
So that's probably, I'm not sure if there's any limit in the thing, but I think that's probably.
No, you're right.
So from Monday to Tuesday, it depends on how long.
Yep. Very good. Thank you.
Good.
Excellent.
Anything you want to contribute?
I mean, I just love what everyone has to say. I mean, the biggest thing is just getting started. It's always that initial with this community, which we just so love it. I mean, it was just something that kind of organically happened, and it's grown and it's growing. And so it's getting it out there, getting the word. And when people hear about it, I mean, just naturally we always have new people that are hopping in because they hear about it, they hear it from others, and the word spreads. But the word can't get out unless you get started. So even if you put it out there and you start with just like a handful of people, just nurture that group, love on that group, and then they'll start to tell their friends and you can build that community. So
perfect. What I needed to hear. So thank you.
And all of us put it in perspective, because when we're in the real world and we're not social distancing, if we had a room of 10 people that we had the opportunity to talk to, a lot of us would be really, really excited. Like we would be really excited that we had 10 people there and we could give and serve. And when we get online, we think like, oh, we need that to be 100 people instantly, 1,000 people instantly. I don't have time for 10 people. And it's the same 10 people, right? And when we were at Digital Marketer event 2 years ago in San Diego.
Oh, traffic and conversion?
Traffic and conversion. We met Trenton Shelton, and he said to us, because he has like over 2 million people that follow him on Instagram. And we were talking to him and we were asking him about audience size and things like that. And he said, the one thing that I always remind people, everybody wants the 5 million, but unless you're willing to talk to the 5, you're never going to get there. And that really stuck with me, because like you have to be willing to talk to the 5 people. We all want to just go over to the millions, right? We all want to go to this big vanity number. And I recently, we just did a marketing mastermind 2-day event the other day. And I used the analogy that just came out of my head. I was like, it's like bus stops. You're just going along and you're picking up different people to put on your bus. So the bus doesn't start the day with a full bus.
No.
It has to go and pick people up along the way.
I would just love 5. That would be great. That'd be fantastic. So lesson of the day, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
And Dina,
You're holding me accountable too.
when you see your impact on those 5, your energy is just going to,
Good.
having a positive impact on one lifts you for
true for more, right?
how long-
Yeah. No, good point.
And I think Tazim has her hand up, and then I want to also address, because we just came off of a challenge. We've done several challenges this year and also coached people through challenges. And like, I'll give you at least our thoughts on the timing. Tazim.
I may not want to answer that question since the guru is going to answer it, but my thoughts would be, doing it Monday to Friday if you're going to do a 5-day. But what I've learned in the last couple of months from different people, including Paul and Melissa, is you really want to seed things. So you want to get them excited the week before. So like doing like pre-work, have them join the group, like maybe on the Friday before, have them introduce themselves so that you're creating energy in the group.
Right.
In the group that you're doing. Maybe give them like 1 or 2 action steps that they can do before they get into that Monday morning content that you're going to give them. That's going to be really great content. And I think the other lesson I've learned in my own journey is don't make those lessons so complicated. Make it really simple. Make those lessons like under 10 or 15 minutes to do. Yeah. Because otherwise you'll just lose people. By day 3, you'll lose people anyway, but if you make it really easy and invite them to share it so that other people feed off of, oh, she posted it. That's a really great content. Maybe I need to post mine. So you want to inspire others to get excited by what, like going to the buffet, where the first person has to start, as in Paul's words, right? So when one person will post, it'll inspire others to post.
True.
But just get them excited by the Thursday or the Friday or even the Sunday before, but just get them on board even before.
Okay. That's great. Actually, I learned a great point about sort of that nurture before it starts. It's like a day before, 2 days before, where you're in and you're just kind of getting to know the space, and this is one step you can do. And great advice. I'm going to definitely try that out.
We call it the pre-party, but
pre-party, yes. Well, that works too. But it's kind of a retreat, kind of a So anyway,
we always look at a challenge or any type of thing as a vehicle. And you have to look at that challenge has a great interest for your core offer, like what you're bringing people into. So you also have to make sure that in your challenge itself, you're handling objections and you're handling limiting beliefs as you serve and give the content that you're giving. So just make sure, otherwise people won't convert, because a lot of people go into a challenge and they give so much that it's like giving a free meal. And then people had no desire to purchase anything afterwards because they have like 2 months worth of stuff to work on because of all the give that you did during it. Now, I always also look at a pre-launch. Mm-hmm. So you have your challenge, which is the pre-launch to your main core offer. Mm-hmm. I look at it like, think about like a metal detector. The closer you get to it, the more frequency the beeps start happening. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the further you away, your frequency and what you're giving and what you're doing is a little bit less. But as you get closer and closer, you build that momentum and the desire and the interest is to get people into the challenge itself. So about a month before, start a conversation. Now, you could be closer to that now, so do this in the future. Yep. Start a conversation up about whatever the challenge is about. Mm-hmm. So for instance, we had our ads challenge that we did last month. So I started a month before to talk about ads in my social media posts. I created the conversation ahead of time before I even talked about the challenge. Okay. And then about 10 days out is when you start leaning in. And that's like, you know what, you guys, we've been talking about ads all month. I'm just curious. Somebody said the other day, like, would you like me to put together a challenge or something, or put together something?
Yes, maybe I noticed that. That was really sweet.
Yeah. So that's not really accidental. So it's something that's by design because we create the conversation and then everybody's interested because they already said they're interested. And then you lead them in, hey, you know what? I put this together really quick. I whipped this together. I got a little opt-in page. We're going to do this challenge. I'm really excited because everybody's been talking about it this past month. It's like, because I created the conversation to purposely talk about it. Okay. So what you do is you build the momentum and create the desire. Right. Very key. You create the desire for people to be in the challenge. Okay. And then when you're doing the challenge, you have to create desire for people to want your thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. People mess that up. They make it two separate events. It actually, your offer is here, and right before it, the pre-launch is lining up and setting up your offer. You have to keep that in mind. It is setting up your offer. And then everything you do before that is setting up your vehicle, your challenge, your video sales letters, whatever your mechanism, whatever your vehicle is. Okay. So if you could start 10 days out and start the conversations at a minimum and go like Facebook Lives. Now we do what's called around the world. Mm-hmm. So we take the same message. We go to email with it. We go into our groups with it. We go into our pages with it. We go on our personal profile. We go on IG. We take the same message that same day and we go around the entire ecosystem, what we call going around the world. Okay. That way that everybody, no matter what channel, has the same message because they're all not consuming every single channel. Right. But have one lead them into signing up for the challenge. But you have to create desire. You have to create interest. Mm-hmm. So that's very, very important. But I would do 5, if you're doing 5 day, definitely start it on, you know the habits of your people, which is very important. If they're weekenders, then that's great. Okay. But if they're business people, normally Monday through Friday is a great time. But then what you want to do is like what we did with Ads Challenge. We don't wait until Friday to open up cart because half the people are checked out by Friday. They're with their families. They're doing other things. They're distracted. They're at barbecues. They're getting their vacations in. Like they're whatever. Like people leaving work early. Mm-hmm. So we open cart. We seed and bring the opportunity and open up the cart on Thursday, and then we closed it on Tuesday. Is what we did because we don't like long open because we've done the whole 2-week open carts. Don't do that. Okay. Just because you did really well for a couple of days does not mean you're going to keep doing well. What happens? You just drag it out, and then you get what's called launch fatigue, where people just tune you out. Yes. They just tune you out because you have to give a reason every single day why you're contacting them. Okay. And they don't like that. Yeah. So hopefully there's little quick tips.
Yeah, amazing.
If you would like to work with us and our team to help you snap up more sales and incredible clients with a stellar marketing strategy that works, go to adaptivemembership.com and sign up for our wait list. We have a limited number of spots in our exclusive program to set you up for success and take action. We're waiting for you at adaptivemembership.com.